Welcome to Swipe. On the show, hackable household goods. A new campaign is helping children spot digital dangers. I get tips on how to prevent your smart home devices from being taken over by hackers. And we've got a familiar figure taking centre court in this week's Games Review. Hello from this super smart home. We know it looks smart, but I'm talking about the high-tech kind of smart. You see, automated devices in our homes are growing in popularity, but at the same time, vulnerabilities are being exploited by hackers. Even the gadgets your kids are playing with are at risk. Here's Angela.
You're going to look for items in your house that are connected to the internet, just like you did here in school for items in school.
The age-old guessing game I Spy with My Little Eye has been thrust into the digital era. Schools across the UK, including this one in London, have teamed up with an online privacy company to help teach children about internet safety. The book campaign highlights the potential dangers posed by some of the internet-connected devices they might have at home.
These sort of lessons should be carried out more in schools as they make children more aware, and children are now using the internet more now than ever, so with this sort of awareness, children will feel safer online.
I'm not sure that my parents also know that there can be things like smart toys or smart toilets that hackers can hack into, so I can learn with it. I can learn about it with them as well.
3 million British households now have 10 or more internet-connected possessions that are hackable or could be used to spy on them. These include webcams, smartphones, tablets, internet-connected toys, and even baby monitors. And the concern with some of them is that they don't have the security in place that could prevent a hacker from taking control of them, enabling them potentially to take over a home network.
I think parents should be worried about hackers and people potentially spying on their kids through the devices around their home. But it's pretty simple, the kind of measures you can take against them. Anything from covering up your webcam with a sticker to setting decent passwords on all your devices.
So what are manufacturers doing to help make devices more secure?
Most of those smart devices are accessible through what we call a cloud platform. Now, that cloud platform actually provides a double layer of security. And what we do with that cloud platform is we make sure that it's audited by an external professional security company to make sure the security is the best out there. The other thing that we do is during the setup process is that because a lot of consumers didn't realise they had to change their password. So during the setup process, we've made it extremely easy for them to actually go in and change their password.
With more family households unaware that their possessions could be spying on them, and over 7 million cybercrimes now being committed each year, campaigns like this in schools couldn't be more timely. Angela Barnes, Sky News.
You're watching Swipe. Still to come, a security expert gives us his top tips for keeping our home tech hacker-proof. But before that, here's a roundup of some of this week's other tech news. A soft, foldable, one-size-fits-all cycle helmet that can apparently withstand multiple impacts has launched on crowdfunding site Indiegogo. It's called Headcase and is made of a unique material. The makers say it's the world's first repeat impact protection helmet, which means you don't have to worry about buying a new one once it's had a knock. Samsung's Galaxy S6 Edge has really given the tech giant the edge at this year's EE Pocket-lint Gadget Awards. The handset took Best Phone and Gadget of the Year. Rival Apple was also given 2 awards. Its watch was named Best Wearable, while the iPad Mini 4 took Best Tablet. Among the other winners on the night, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt was awarded Best Game. Hate that feeling of being away from your loved one at night time? Well, a project on Kickstarter could help with that. Pillow Talk lets you listen to your partner's heartbeat as you lie in bed using a wristband and mini speaker. It's the brainchild of Scottish entrepreneur Jane Montgomery, who came up with the idea to enhance her long-distance relationship. Stick around for our games review with Chris. We've got Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival and StarCraft II Legacy of the Void. Adam, this home has a smart security camera system, smart heating, smart lighting, loads of other technology, As a security expert, does it concern you that the homeowners here are so reliant on technology?
Technology is liberating. With a smart camera, which they've got here, and with the iPad, which is here, you can see what is going on wherever you are in whatever part of the world.
And they can do this with their phones as well?
They can do this with their phones as well, and they can see that door, and they can see exactly whether anybody comes in it or not.
Now, what if a hacker hacked into this system? I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
The worst is that people can actually see what is going on in your home. And in November of last year, a website was found with 70,000 IP cameras that had been hacked by a Russian website.
And so how do we protect ourselves from terrifying scenarios like that?
So it's very important when you buy something like a smart camera to make sure that you don't just take the convenience, but you take also the security measures. And the key thing is to make sure that you change your password.
Now, smart heating control. This is a great idea, isn't it?
This is great. Yes, you can control your heating from wherever you are using an app and coming through your tablet or your phone.
So you can make sure it's nice and toasty at home before you actually get there.
Exactly.
Now, what advice would you have to users who have this kind of system in their homes?
So you need to make sure who has access to the thermostat, just like the IP camera.
Now, it's time for our games review. Here's Chris.
Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, which is another spin-off of the Animal Crossing series, where in Animal Crossing you would generally hang out with a little group of sort of anthropomorphic animals, build a nice house, go farming and do all that sort of good stuff. It's just relaxing. It's really relaxing. This is a board game version of that. So you've got your Amiibos, which are little toys that you can use that connect to your Nintendo Wii U. That then sends characters and stuff that come on the board. Now the board game, it's pretty easy, to be perfectly honest. It's not a hard board game. All you're trying to do is raise your happiness. Another Wii U game, Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. Now I love a tennis game, always have. Don't know why, because I don't really play tennis particularly. I'm not very good at it the few times I've tried, but a tennis video game, love it, get locked into the zone. And this one's no exception. It's a tennis game with all the familiar Mario characters that you're used to, but you get power-ups and ultra smashes, as it says in the title. So the power-ups will come in the form of like a big mushroom that turn you into a giant version of yourself. I find that a little distracting, and I'm kind of sad, where I feel like I want pure tennis. That's what I want. The skill of hitting the ball back and forth, which again, as I stated, I don't really play tennis, so I don't know why I'm worried about your tennis skills. Plus there's little power-ups, the Ultra Smashes, which are really cool. If you actually manage to hit them, like a little circle will appear on the floor, and it will say, like, tap this button. You get to hit it, like, really harder and faster than you had done earlier. You get friends to play that, like, you do doubles, there's 4 of you. It's really, really fun. StarCraft II, Legacy of the Void. It's the 3rd and final part in the StarCraft II saga. It's made by Blizzard, who make World of Warcraft. It's a ridiculously fun game. It's a real-time strategy. So what you're doing is you're trying to outsmart, online anyway, another person online, like tactically, with troops. Or if you're playing as the Zerg, weird little bug things. Though that's what you play as for them. Because it's a science fiction kind of story. I'm not good at it online, because people are crazily good online. I'm awful at it. So thank God Blizzard make a very good single-player campaign. It's all about the Protoss, who are an alien race. And it's a little bit of a serious story. Like, it feels like a sort of high fantasy, serious kind of thing. But you can play co-op with friends, which I tried, and is very, very fun. Still, you know, even online in Archon mode, where you can command the same army with 2 people, which is really cool. Still lost, but it's sort of fun to lose with a friend, because you can share that loss together.
That's it for this week. Take a look at Sky News on mobile and iPad for some bonus features from this week's episode, including an interview with one victim who had her webcam hacked. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.